Hi, everybody. I am in my garden this morning, and I look at this flower. This flower is so amazing, and the cars are going by, so I apologize for that. I I'm so excited about this because look at my hydrangeas. Look at my gorgeous hydrangeas. Look at you. Hi, hydrangeas. Look at this. Look at this one. So pretty. In case you didn't know this about me, hydrangea is my favorite. Hi, it's my favorite flower on all the planet, in all the planets, on all the planet. And I planted them last year, and I wasn't sure if they were going to grow because I haven't had that much luck with what's in that garden. And this is what my garden looks like right now. It's a total free form of plants and things. But those hydrangeas are like my best. They're my favorite flower of all time. And here's why. I'm going to go walk back over to them and show you why. Because I think it's a good analogy for today's conversation about what I want to talk about. So here's my hydrangeas, my favorite color too. I'm gonna double tap to flip the camera real quick. So here it is. This is my favorite flower on the planet. And I basically, like, I remember when I was getting married and we were planning our flowers, I basically planned my entire wedding around this particular flower. Like, the blue hydrangea is my favorite. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. A hydrangea, look at how it is. It's big and puffy and beautiful, and it's in this tree. I have one flower on that tree right now, so it's a total bummer, and I have more flowers on my other trees. But it appears to be hardy and strong and solid, right? It's a solid, comes on this big tree, and the stalks are thick and planted into the ground firmly, right? And then when you touch it and you look at it, and if you cut it actually and you put it in a vase, they don't last very long because they're actually very delicate, flimsy flower. So they give off two different impressions to me. They give a strength impression, and they give a delicateness impression. And I was thinking about this last night because I wanted to talk about, it's back to school month, and we're talking about back to school prep and getting our kids ready. But I was thinking about how I get myself ready. And I think of this particular flower the way I think about moms. We are strong, and our cores are firm, and we stand planted in our beliefs, right? But then really on the outside, or maybe on the inside, that's the outside. And then on the inside, we're delicate little flowers. We have feelings, and we have needs, and we have wants, and we have dreams, and we have all of those things that a lot of times go by the wayside when we have kids, and we have families, and we have responsibilities and jobs and other things that are not quite on the top of our priority list. And the first person that kind of falters there or gets left by the wayside is us. I can't count high enough, probably, the amount of times that I have put myself on the back burner in order to give my children and my husband and other things attention that needed the attention. And I wasn't doing myself a service. I was doing myself a disservice by doing that because I kind of got lost a little bit. And so I was thinking, this time last year, I was about to launch Why Am I Yelling? The website and the blog, and my coaching practice on a very small level. And I was scared, and I was excited, and I was nervous, and I was all of these feelings and emotions. And I think, I did it, and it's part of me. It's my third child, right? So I gave birth to my third child almost a year ago. Technically September is my first month that I had a newsletter. And so I was thinking last night about what I have done for myself in the last 12 months. And so I decided, instead of back to school talk today, it was going to be back to you day. So I'm talking to the moms out there and the dads, but really the moms, because I feel like we're the ones who make more of the sacrifice when it comes to our families than anybody else does. And so, what do you do for yourselves to make sure you are taken care of? Um, and I know for me last year when we went back to the city for back to school and to get back into our routines, because we, like it's back to school, we're getting back into our routines. We are school shopping, we're supply shopping, we're getting back on our regular normal bedtimes, and we're doing all that stuff. Um, and we're doing all this stuff for our kids, right? We're getting them stuff and we're organizing them and we're getting them scheduled again. But what are we doing for us? So last year I went back to the city and I, was starting my business. And so I was really focusing heavily on that. And around November or December, I kind of just looked in the mirror and I was not happy with what I saw. And I had all this exciting stuff going on professionally, and my kids were doing well, and we were back into the school groove, and sports and whatever. But I wasn't happy with me. I wasn't happy with how I felt or how I looked or any of that stuff. And so I made a conscious decision to change it. And I got a Fitbit for Christmas, and I started using it, and I joined the gym. I joined the gym at the end of last year, like in September or October when I got back. But I really started going, and I was going 3 or 4 mornings a week, and I was spending an hour to an hour and a half in there. And I was really enjoying my time to myself. And I would listen to podcasts and, be on the treadmill or on the elliptical, and I could, do some stuff. But I really tried to spend time on me. And as a result of that, I changed my diet and I changed my exercise routine and I started logging, 10, 15, 20,000 steps a day, because in New York City, it's very easy to do. I mean, it's 3,000 steps just to take one of my kids to school. So, and it's, 4,000 steps for me to walk to the gym. So that for me is easy. And as a result, I lost about 17 pounds. And I saw a transformation happen in my body. I saw a transformation happen in my mind. I saw a transformation happen just in my outlook on things. And I felt better. And so I want to know what you are going to do this month. It's back to school month, but it's also going to be called Back to You month for the moms. What are you doing to make yourself better this year going back to school? It's a new leaf, right? I was watching a video last night about this guy, and I don't remember if it was Gary Vee or not. It might have been Gary. He was talking about August being like the stepping off month. It's either like the make it or break it month, right? In your business and in your life, really. August is a month where a lot of people are on vacation. And so if you are going to focus on something, focus on it now, because there are people who are not focusing on it. They're focused on their families. They're focusing on their vacation. They're focusing on not being present in whatever it is that they're typically being present in, because they're taking a break, and that's totally cool and totally fine. But August is the month, especially in my mind now as a business owner, where I need to set up for the last quarter of the year and to get my next year like fully on board. So for me, what am I doing for you? My back to you this month is focusing on my business and focusing on what I need to do to make sure I hit my goals for the end of the year, to make sure that I'm successful and that I can continue to do this, the thing that I love so much. And I can continue to help educate and help change other people's lives the way that I've been doing it. And I'm grateful and happy and speechless a lot of times with the women that I've met and the people that I've come into contact with, and the collaborations that I'm working on. And it's been a really amazing journey for me. And I am so excited about where it's going and what's happening, because there's a lot of stuff happening for me and for my family and for my clients and for you guys. And it's a really encouraging, exciting time. So I want to know what your back to you is, and I want to know what you're doing to make your back to you about you. So if you go to the Why Am I Yelling website, www.whyamilyelling.com, sign up for my newsletter because I have some good stuff in there, and I just posted one yesterday, so it's out and it's about and it's available. And I'm going to be doing a 20-minute laser focused session for moms about getting back to you. They're free and they are available, and Jackie is going to make the graphic and put it up here. So I hope that you take advantage of that because they're really great. They're awesome sessions and you should do them. And that's all. That's all I got. I hope you guys have an awesome day. I hope the sun comes out here in Connecticut. It's been a little bit crazy here with this weather. It's been super hot and then it started raining for 3 days and hasn't stopped. So have a great day. Happy Tuesday. And post in the Why Am I Yelling Facebook group. We have 3 more members needed to hit 500. That into itself is amazing to me. I cannot wait. So I will see you guys back here tomorrow. Have an awesome day. Mwah. Bye.